Hi there, guys. So we're back with another bucket flush test, and this time I have the 1992 American Standard Tribor, and I have the 1954 Kohler Rockwell toilets. Both great toilets. These toilets both have a 3-inch trapway. But I'm really curious to bucket flush the two of these and compare, because in my experience I've seen both of these toilets in the wild, and obviously I have done other tests with these. It's been my experience that the Tribor really behaves more like a blowout toilet, even though it is technically a siphon jet. And at certain times I've poured buckets of water down it, and it's really hard to get it to siphon, even in normal operation when it's hooked up to a flushometer. Whereas with the Rockwell, I found that all Rockwells that I've seen, and even used in the wild, they siphon very well, very easily. I've even seen them on 1.6 gallon per flush diaphragms, which you're not supposed to do. And obviously that's too little water for one of these toilets, but even on one of those valves, these things will siphon fairly easily. Not so for the Tribor. So I'm really curious to see how effective bucket flushes are in each of these toilets. So here we go. I'll get set up and we'll start. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do to each of these toilets, well, actually, hold that. I'm going to fill them up first thing. Hang on. Okay, sorry for the junk in the bowls. I took the garden hose real quick and filled these toilets through the spud, and it washed all the dust from my basement into the bowl. So first thing I'm going to do is a full 5-gallon bucket flush, dump straight in. I'm just going to pour the whole thing straight in, and we'll see what that looks like. Well, there you go. That's a siphon. So now we will switch over to the Rockwell. Okay, I'll fill my buckets and we'll do the next test. Okay, the next test I'm going to do is just a straight bucket flush, nothing in the bowl, but a half a bucket. So this will be about 2.5 gallons of water, somewhere in there. And we'll start with the Rockwell. You know what? Just to be fair, I'll start. Let me fill these back up. Okay, here's the Tribor with a half bucket flush. Okay, on to the next test. Okay, now I have a measured 1 gallon in each of my buckets, and we'll do these straight flush tests one more time with 1 gallon. A little bit of a siphon, but it didn't hold it long. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Here's the 1 gallon flush on the Rockwell. And we'll flush a terry cloth in the Rockwell with a bucket of, well, approximately 3 gallons of water. Successful test. And same thing in the Tribor. Okay guys, both toilets passed the terry cloth, so now we'll try my red microfiber rag. And again, this is on a half a bucket of water. And you'll kind of notice strategically, when I first poured the water in, I tried to pour it specifically to cup the rag and get it started in the trapway. And then once it was started, then I dumped the whole thing in. I think that was helpful, whereas if I had just dumped wherever, it might only push the rag aside and most of the water might flush out before it would actually have a chance to take the rag with it. So we'll do the Rockwell here. I think that flushed it a bit quicker than the Tribor did. Okay guys, one more test on each of these toilets. I'm gonna, again with half a bucket of water, flush a rag. And 7 apples. So here we go in the Rockwell. Okay, let's see how many we got. Okay guys, all 7 apples made it through the Rockwell. So we'll do the same thing in the Tribor. And this is the last test for these 2 toilets. And again, the main reason I wanted to do this is just to see like what the practicality of bucket flushing a flushometer toilet, any given flushometer toilet is. How practical is it if you don't have water? You know, if your city water gets frozen up in the wintertime, or if you have a well and you lose the power, which happens to me a few times a year, and then you don't have water to flush toilets. So, and if you have a generator or something, you can fire up your well pump, or you can haul water in buckets from somewhere else. And so we'll do this test and see how it does. Oh man, it looks like they all stacked up. I bet if they didn't do that, it probably would have taken more. I'll do it one more time, just to give it another chance. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what just recorded and what just didn't. So here we go. I did this test once in the Tribor and it failed because most of the apples stacked up in the trapway. So we'll try it one more time with a half a bucket and then I think I'm done. So here we go. Oh, I don't know if you saw that. It left one. Yep, I can feel it. I don't know if I can get it out. Well, that'll even out the tie, but still did pretty good, I would say. So, hope you guys enjoyed these tests, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll see what other bucket flush tests I can do, and I would like to try and fire up my flushometer setup before fall. So, thanks for watching. Okay guys, here's a little bit of bonus footage for you. You can blow out a toilet with a garden hose. Just try not to scratch the bowl while doing this. Wait a minute. Did you see that? There's another apple in here, guys. I didn't even count to see how many came out on the... Okay. Well, that's not good. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching.